everybody, my name is Jackie and I'm doing a collab video today with Nicole from Frugal Chic Life and Deidre from Slay This Debt. So if you see me glancing down below, it's because I wrote the questions down. But without further ado, let's get started. So the first question is there a difference between being frugal and being cheap? And I would say yes, definitely. So being frugal means you know what you need, when you need it, and why. And being cheap is somebody who chooses to not spend money very minimally or at all on basic necessities or just necessities in general, like laundry soap and toothpaste and paying your bills. So there's a big difference, and that's where I stand on that. But I do believe that a lot of people confuse being frugal with being cheap, and that's really sad. So that's where I stand on that question. Question 2 is favorite frugal beauty tip or hack. So my favorite frugal beauty hack would be do things that you can do at home for yourself, as in like a self-care routine. So if you like to get your eyebrows done, if you like to get your nails done, your pedis done, then you should probably try to research on how to do that on your own at home. So I do my own eyebrows at home, and I also do my own nails at home. So I have this gel kit, and I can control how they look. I can control how much they cost me, and I can control how often I can change the color if I desire. I can control the way my eyebrows look. I can control how I upkeep them and their shape. And so basically all I'm saying is learn how to do things on your own at home for yourself, for your own self-care routine. That way you save time, you save money, and you look good. So there's no harm in all those things. Question 3 was, what made you decide to live frugally? And I would say what made me decide to live frugally is kind of like, at first my response was loans, debt, the typical response. But then I sat down and I really thought about this question, and I was like, I want my kids in the future to be able to have options, and so that they won't feel like they've been cornered to make this decision to take out student loans or personal loans to pursue their careers and their degrees. So that's the reason why I chose to live more frugally and start this journey. Bigger than getting out of debt. It's bigger than student loans. It's more so for the future and for my kids' future and for their kids' future. And hopefully I will be the last person that will have to take out loans in my immediate family. And from then on, they will have a choice and they will have options. And that's why I'm choosing this journey. The 4th question was, what frugal habits has saved you the most money? So I would say that the biggest frugal habit that has saved me the most money is knowing what I need instead of what I want. So prioritizing. So for me, like as an example, if I know I just need 2 pairs of shorts because I have like 20 pairs, then I'm just going to get 2 pairs of shorts if I absolutely need them. But if I don't need them because I have 20 pairs of shorts, then I'm not going to get those 20 pairs of shorts. So that's basically what I would say, is like knowing what you need when you need it. So if you know you're going to go grocery shopping and you just want to get a bag of apples and that's going to last you a week or 2 weeks, then don't go out there buying 2 bags, 3 bags of apples unless you have a big family or you're trying to stockpile, even though apples will probably go bad. But if you're trying to stockpile, then I can understand certain things, certain items you would get at a grocery store to keep on in your pantry. But other than that, honestly, if you know that what you need, just only get that thing, because even though there's clearance items and there's deals, that doesn't mean that you have to get that thing. Even though they're on sale, that doesn't mean you need it. It just, think about it, take your time, and if you're still thinking about that thing, then maybe you can revisit it and see and ask yourself, is this something I really need, or is this just something I want? So knowing and prioritizing that is something that will save you money and time in the long run when it comes to buying only what you need instead of always getting a multitude of things, because sometimes you don't use them, or you just throw them away, or you just don't need them and you just bought them for no reason, just to have, honestly. So the fifth question is, will you always live this way, or is this a temporary lifestyle? So it started off kind of sort of as a temporary lifestyle because I'm just new to this frugal, debt-free kind of journey lifestyle that I'm trying to change and become. But I would say it's becoming more permanent as time goes on, because my eyes have been open to seeing things differently now that I'm a little bit more frugal than if I was just someone who would just be spending all the time, because I'm a natural spender. And so it took me a long time to realize that, and it took me even longer to change that way of spending and the way of seeing money and the way of dealing with finances. So I would say that it's slowly becoming a permanent lifestyle change, but right now, because I just started, I'm still getting the feel for it, so it's still temporary. Favorite frugal date night is question 6. So my husband and I, before we were married, we would go on really long walks. So we would pick a place to go to, and we would walk and we would talk. And I'm talking about those long walks where your feet are sore, your cheeks are sore from just smiling and talking, and you're all sweaty and glistening and pink because that's how hot it is outside. That's those kind of long walks is what I'm talking about. So we used to go on long walks. Like we used to go to like the confectionery store, like really far away, like a mile or two away, or we would go on a trail at a park, a certain park that we go to, and we would just talk and just get to know each other, and just even like explore each other more and discover more about each other, and just really get to hear each other's thoughts and feelings. And there's really no price on that, because one, it's really cheap, and two, you're spending a good amount of time with your significant other, spending quality time together, talking and conversating and being intimate in through conversation. And honestly, that's the best thing ever, and I have enjoyed that with my husband. And I would encourage anybody who enjoys talking to each other to go on long walks in the summertime, because that's exactly what we do. So the seventh question was, what do your friends and family think about your frugal lifestyle? And I'm just starting this frugal lifestyle, so there's not many people who know about it. And I just started this YouTube channel, so there's not many people watching. But I would say that I have noticed when I talk about money that a lot of people just look at me weird, because they're like, why are we talking about this? Or they'll just won't say anything. But the reason why I talk about finances and why I'm so open to talk about them is because, one, they weren't ever talked about really much in my family household, and two, I would also say is because I think that the more you talk about money, the more comfortable other people get, and the more they're willing to understand that they're not the only ones going through struggles and challenges and financial situations. Like, everybody's going through that. So it just kind of helps you realize and see that you're not alone, and there's other people going through the same situation as you. So you kind of form a community of people, and that's the best thing about being open about finances with people who might not always be open about it, or who might not really talk about it, or might just shy away from it. It's like you're allowing them to understand that you can talk about finances with me, and that's okay if you want to, of course. So the eighth question was top 3 frugal finds at Aldi, or favorite items to buy generic. So I would say Aldi has Three great things I like. They have great dairy. I haven't ventured off into their eggs, but I have definitely tried their milk, and I've also tried their cheese blends, and they are great. I've also tried their gelato. I've been wanting to try gelato for a really long time now, and they had a vanilla bean, pretty decent sized container of gelato, and also a pistachio gelato, and it was also great. And the third thing I would say that I really like about Aldi is that they usually have like this section of like gifts and like different things. At least in my Aldi they do, and I really enjoy that section for like specifically for like gifts or like holidays. So you can pick up something that isn't too expensive for somebody else, or even something that you might want for yourself. Give it as a gift to others, or give it as a gift to yourself. And the ninth question was, name one non-frugal purchase that was worth the splurge. And I would say that last year my husband and we got bikes, and I have used those bikes to the fullest. Like, they were about $100 or so at Walmart for each one. So a piece, they were both $100. So I would say we spent about like a little over $200. And at first I was really hesitant to buy it, but it has been a big game changer because, one, during the summertime, I have been more active. So I've been exercising more just because I have a bike now. And the second thing is I use it to go everywhere. Like, I use it to go to the gym. I use it to just ride around and enjoy listening to music on a casual summer day. I rode it to the pharmacy. Like, I rode it to work. So it's like I've gotten my use out of it. So it is something that I have appreciated its value, and I don't regret buying, even though at the beginning I was hesitant and I was like, $100, that kind of seems like a lot of money when you don't have money, right? So at the time I was like really hesitant, but I'm glad I got it. And question 10 was, what is the best thing about being frugal? And I would say that the best thing about being frugal is that you know what is a need versus what is a want. So a need is like a bill or like payments in like debt payments, and a want is like what you desire to have. They're not necessarily what you need at the moment. It's not something that you need, like gifts or clothes or shoes. But I think that's one of the best things about being frugal. And I would also say that you gain a sense of like freedom in your life because you're in charge of the purchases you do or you don't make. So it's up to you whether you buy something, or it's up to you whether you don't buy something. And that's it. So those were all the 10 questions. Thank you, Nicole, for allowing me to be in this collab with you all, and also for Deidre as well. Thank you. I know you don't know me, and I know you didn't invite me, but still, thank you so much, and bye.